Hello ladies and gentlemen, Sigval Grim here, and a short introduction to this video. Today I'm going to teach you a few combos for Injustice Mobile. We're going to have slow motion, we're going to have hand cam for everything, even for slow motion, so you can see me doing with the hands, what you can see on the screen, and at the same time we'll have a dot on the screen so you can follow it. So it's going to be as explanatory for everybody as possible. And we are going to start with the basic combos, and we are going to make this into a series. We are not even going to touch on the tagging combos in this one, because in order to play multiple characters and to play them as a team, you first need to understand how to play one character. And that's what we are going to focus on today. Tomorrow maybe we'll focus on understanding the AI. The day after tomorrow we'll focus on every single tagging that you can do, and the day after tomorrow we might get into advanced tips. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a future episode, hit that bell button, and quickly going over the tab that you can see over here, we have you have three main combos that I want to teach you, and those have long variants and short variants depending on how far the enemy is from you. We're going to have the swipe down into block combo, we're going to have the swipe left into block combo, and we're going to have the swipe right into ability combo. So yeah, with all that being said, let's get into it! Okay, so first thing first, you can see some icons on the top left of the screen. You can see my hands on the right of the screen, and you can see a little dot that appears on the main screen, and that's going to be the pointer of where my finger is. And the speed of the battle will decrease more and more, so I think I kind of have everything that you need to have the best learning experience. So the first one that we're going to take a look at is the one that finishes in a swipe down and a block. So first of all, what's the purpose of this combo? The purpose of this combo is to push the enemy away from you. You don't want the enemy close to you, but we'll talk about that in the tomorrow's episode where we talk about the AI behavior. But for this one, you're going to start it with a swipe right, tap 3 times, swipe down, and then into a block. There's also the variant that we'll take a look at later, where is 3 taps and the swipe right, 3 taps and the swipe down and the block. The only difference between those two, as you can see over there, is the 3 taps that are missing from the first one. And the question of starting it with 3 taps or either straight away into swipe right is going to be two things. First, how far is the enemy from you? And second, how long reach are your basic attacks? But for newer players that are unfamiliar with this, the best option will be to start this with a swipe right to get more or less a guaranteed result. So now we'll watch it in slow motion in 2.24 first time. Swipe right, tap 1, 2, 3 times. Swipe down into a block. The enemy did a rush attack. Swipe right, tap 1, 2, 3 times and swipe down yet again to create some distance and to push him away. Swipe right, tap 1, 2, 3 times. Look at my hands. Swipe down. Okay, let's watch it again. He does a rush attack. Swipe right immediately. Swipe, tap 3 times. And then swipe down. Now you can see the longer variant of it, where you begin it by tapping 3 times, swiping right, tapping 3 times, swiping down. And yet again you create some distance with the enemy, and when he's vulnerable, we'll re-engage the combo. And yet again, tune in tomorrow to talk about when the enemy is actually vulnerable to beginning a combo. So yeah, he does jump attack, tap 3 times, 1, 2, 3, swipe right, 1, 2, 3, swipe down. This way you create distance, you push him towards the corner, and that's where you want your enemy, in the corner, and you are pretty much safe. Make sure you place that block after finish. Tap 3 times, swipe right, tap 1, 2, 3 times, swipe down. The enemy is away, you create some distance, you will try to close in the distance either by a jump attack or by a swipe right attack, and then you can re-engage the combo. Tap 1, 2, 3 times, swipe right, tap 1, 2, 3 times, swipe down. Now he's yet again far away, he will yet again attempt to get close to us, he's going to do a jump attack, and we are going to yet again begin the combo. Tap 1, 2, 3 times, swipe right, 1, 2, 3 times, swipe down. You can see that my hands actually in the recording are moving a little bit faster than the actions that the character is taking, because that's pretty much how you need to play Injustice Mobile once you get the hang of it, because there will be a short delay, not huge, but there will be a very short delay between the touch on your screen and the input of the action of the character. So you'll eventually need to tap like half a second or maybe less than half a second, but a little bit ahead of time with your attacks. It does a jump attack over there. Tap 1, 2, 3 times. Swipe right. Tap 1, 2, 3 times, and you can see I'm already in the swipe down while he's doing the third attack. So you need to do this a little bit ahead of time in order to deny the frame delay that this game is going to give you. And I think it does not really matter on the device. I think the tap delay is on every single device, and it's very, very small. Other devices might have it worse, but it is present to some extent on every single device, at the very least the tap input delay. So yeah, you need to plan the actions of your character a little bit ahead of time, but don't worry about it. You'll get the hang of it easily in time. So yeah, let's get into the next thing. Also, you can see it over here real quick with yet another character. This is a cyborg character, so it works pretty much the same way. This is just to show that this works on pretty much every character and pretty much any opponent. And you should be fine doing it for the most part. And when shouldn't you do this combo? You shouldn't do this combo once you are in the corner, because while the enemy is in the corner, because when the enemy is in the corner, by doing this you will not create distance between you and the enemy, and that's not good. So for that we'll have the very next combo that we'll talk about. So you can do this until you get the enemy to the corner, and after that don't do it anymore. So here's what happens when the enemy is in the corner and you do this. The problem with this one is that your swipe down will not create distance anymore between you and your enemy, because he has nowhere to go back, and he'll be able to re-engage a combo, and he might do a swipe down attack and break your combo. So definitely be careful in terms of that. And this is what you do when the enemy is in the corner. You do a swipe right, tap 3 times, and the swipe back. Swipe right, tap 3 times, and the swipe back, and you wait for him to do something. Of course, in some specific scenarios you might be able to re-engage with a full combo, like tap 3 times, swipe right, tap 3 times, and then back off. But yet again, for a beginner, the safer option is to begin the combo with the swipe right and then back off while blocking. And right now we'll take a look at it in a slower motion. So swipe right, tap 1, 2, 3 times, swipe back while blocking. Swipe right, tap 1, 2, 3 times, swipe back while blocking. And you keep doing this pretty much until you decide to do something else, but about that something else we'll talk about in tomorrow's video, so make sure to stay tuned for that. And right now comes the 0.25 speed. Swipe right, tap 1, 2, 3 times, swipe back while blocking. Swipe right, tap 1, 2, 3 times, swipe backwards while blocking. Swipe right, tap 1, 2, 3 times, swipe back while blocking. And keep in mind that as you can see, my finger is moving ahead of time of my character, and that's how your finger should move when you're playing Just Mobile, because of the input delay. Like this, if this was a normal speed, this would be barely noticeable, but when you slow it down, you really see the delay on it and how ahead of time you need to really play in terms of your touches. Tap 1, 2, 3 times, swipe back while blocking. You'll do a rush tag now. Swipe right, tap 1, 2, 3 times, and you can see that as the third hit is landing, my finger is already in the swipe back action. Swipe right, you can see that over here, I barely blocked him and my finger was already in the swipe right animation. You really need to play ahead of time on this in order to really be on point with your combos. Swipe back, block, he does a jump attack. You can see like while he's yet in the air, I begin my swipe right attack. Like he was in the air, I still need to block his attack, and then I did a swipe right while I was blocking his attack and began the combo. And the very last thing that we'll touch on this video will be chaining combos into a special attack. We have two ways of doing this, and it's pretty much the same thing, yet again dependent on how far the enemy will be from you, because if he's far away you'll do a swipe right, tap 3 times, swipe right into a special attack, and if he's close you'll tap 3 times, swipe right, tap 3 times into a special attack. So let's go over one of them in even slower motion over here. You can see tap 1, 2, 3 times. Swipe right. Tap 1, 2, 3 times. Swipe right, and you can see that I'm already pressing the ability while my swipe right is in the air. You really need to be on point with this one, because if you are not on point with it, then you might not get your ability to go off, and that would be a very unfortunate fate for your character. Next up, you have over here, yeah, pretty much the same thing, just began with the swipe right because the enemy was a little bit far away, but it works exactly the same. Okay, let's take a look at it in slower motion. Swipe right, tap 1, 2, 3 times, swipe right, and then press the ability. So yeah, this was pretty much it for this video. Make sure you don't miss the future episodes, because this is going to be, at the very least in my opinion, a very great guide. At the very least I'm putting the work in it to be a very great guide. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Dislike if you dislike it. Join my Discord server. We'll have a lot of fun up there and a lot of ways to interact with you guys. Make sure you don't miss future episodes of the series. Feel free to give me advice on future things that you want me to cover on those combat guides in the comments down below. And thank you very much yet again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.